So after we get -8 here and negative here, those negatives cancel each other out when you divide by a -1 from each side. And that's how we end up with the square root of 20x plus 4 is less than or equal to 8, because the sign, the inequality sign, has to flip anytime we divide by a negative number. Okay, so now we're going to square both sides. Whoops, over here on this side. And that's how we get 64 here, and the radical goes away here. So we have 20x plus 4 is less than or equal to 64, and then we're going to subtract 4 from each side, and we get 20x is less than or equal to 60, and we divide by 20 from each side, and x is less than or equal to 3. So when we put the two inequalities together, it reads that -1/5 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 3, and that is the solution. So our next step is to test some values. So first, we're going to test a value that exists outside of the solution set, because -1 would be outside or further back from -1/5. So we put it in there. 20 times -1 is -20 plus 4, which is -16, and you can't take the square root of a negative number, therefore the inequality is not satisfied, -1. So not being satisfied is so far true to our solution set. Now we're going to try a number inside of the solution set, which 0 is in between 3 and -1/5. So when we put 0 in for x, we get 0. 20 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So the inequality is satisfied. Okay, and the last one, we're going to try a number outside of the solution set above 3, greater than 3. And so when we plug it in here, we get 20 times 4, okay, which is 80, and 80 plus 4 is 84, and then when you take the square root of 84, okay, and you subtract that from 5, you get it that it's approximately -4.2. So the inequality is not satisfied because -4.2 is not greater than or equal to -3. That's a larger outcome than here, okay? So our solution of -1/5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3 checks out. There are none of these numbers that do not satisfy this solution set in this inequality.